We got our hands on a pre-production Chevy Bolt so that I was able to show off the 2027 model today.
So, for a while there, the Chevy Bolt saga was, well, it was pure market drama, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. GM cancels its affordable top-selling EV. So the tech was outdated.
Gone, done. And then, just like that, this huge reversal. The Bolt's back for 2027.
Yeah, and it seems like a mix of things, right? Intense customer demand, apparently, but also GM kind of needed a quick answer. Competitors were slashing prices on their affordable EVs.
It does feel like a strategic necessity. So, our mission today. Let's dive into the sources we've got. Does the new tech, especially charging and battery stuff, justify bringing it back? Does this 2027 Bolt really change the game for cheap EVs?
That's the core question, because the initial reason for canceling that old battery architecture that hasn't entirely vanished, even with the updates.
Okay, let's start with the numbers, because they're pretty striking. The 2027 Bolt LT starts at $29,990 MSRP.
Just under that 30,000 mark.
Exactly. And the estimated range is 255 miles, which crucially gives it like the most range of any EV currently under 30K.
That's a strong opening statement. But, to hit that price, they had to fix the big issues with the old one.
You mean charging? That was a big complaint, wasn't it?
Definitely. Charging performance. The old Bolt was, let's be honest, painfully slow sometimes.
Yeah.
But the 2027 model, it's getting the native North American charging standard port, NACS.
NACS. Okay, so more than just a different plug shape, right? What does that mean for a driver day-to-day?
Well, it's huge. It basically means you get access to the Tesla supercharger network right out of the box, which is, widely seen as the most reliable network out there.
Ah, okay. So that tackles range anxiety head-on for a lot of people.
Exactly. And it's not just a plug. The speed is way up. Peak charging speed is now quoted at 150 kilowatts, maybe even a bit more.
Wow, okay. That's, what, like 2.5 times faster than the old Bolt?
At least, yeah.
Ah.
So what that translates to, practically, is charging from maybe 10% up to 80% in about 26 minutes if you're using a public DC fast charger, obviously.
26 minutes? That's a game changer for longer trips, isn't it?
Totally changes the calculation for usability. Now, under the skin, the battery chemistry itself is different too. They're moving to LFP, lithium iron phosphate.
LFP. Right. We're seeing that more in affordable EVs. Why LFP specifically for the Bolt?
Cost, mainly.
Right.
LFP chemistry is generally cheaper to produce than the traditional NMC lithium-ion cells. And it's often considered safer, less prone to thermal runaway.
So it helps them hit that sub-$30,000 price. And they're using parts from other EVs?
Right. The drive unit is apparently shared with the Chevrolet Equinox EV. Leveraging that Ultium platform, even if the battery itself isn't exactly Ultium, it's about manufacturing efficiency, getting costs down through scale.
Okay, so charging fixed, battery strategy makes sense for the price. What about inside? People spend a lot of time in the car. Any big changes to the cabin?
Yeah, they definitely updated it. There's a new 11.3-inch diagonal infotainment screen. That's pretty standard now.
Bigger screen, good. What else? Any clever practical stuff?
Actually, yeah. One neat thing is they moved the gear shifter. It's up on the steering column now, like in some other newer EVs.
Oh, okay. Why do that?
Frees up space. You get more storage room down below the center console where the old shifter used to be. Little things like that make a difference.
True. And the back seat? Still kind of small.
Well, the overall size is probably similar, but because of how the new battery pack sits, the floor in the back is apparently completely flat now.
No big hump in the middle. That's way better for a middle passenger.
Exactly. More comfortable, especially for adults back there. And, it's still a hatchback, so you get that hidden storage area in the trunk floor, too. Practicality is still key.
Okay, one more thing from the sources, the driving experience itself. They mentioned focusing on NVH, noise, vibration, harshness.
Right.
N, V, and H, and they're always trying to optimize or work towards N, V, and H. That stands for noise, vibration, and harshness. And with this electric car, you just have none of that.
Making it quieter. That was a big goal for the engineers, apparently. The sources had specific numbers.
Yeah, I saw those, like 46.3 decibels at idle. That's like a refrigerator hum. Really quiet.
And only 65.7 dBs cruising at 60 miles per hour, even on a bumpy road. That's definitely aiming for a more refined feel than the old Bolt, closer to more expensive EVs.
And that refinement links back to cost, too, with things like regenerative braking.
Absolutely. Good regen braking, where the motor slows the car down and puts energy back into the battery, doesn't just help your range.
It saves your regular brakes, right? Less wear and tear.
Exactly. Fewer brake jobs over the life of the car. That lowers your total cost of ownership, which fits perfectly with the Bolt's whole, practical, affordable image.
So wrapping it up then, the 2027 Bolt seems like it takes what people liked, the affordability, the practicality, and adds the stuff it really needed: fast charging, NACS port access, maybe even fancy tech like Super Cruise if you want it.
It feels like a much more complete package for today's market. And it's hitting showrooms early next year, 2026, though as a limited run model initially, it sounds like.
Okay, so it's coming soon.
Which leads to the big question, maybe for you listening. Now that the Bolt is back, packing 150 kilowatt and plus charging and hitting that sub $30,000 price, how fast is that combination going to force competitors to seriously rethink their affordable EV strategies just to keep up? Because that's a tough benchmark to beat right now.